gentlemen, welcome to Fossil of the Day! Fantastic. Oh, great. You're all in fantastic voice. Welcome to week 2 of COP21. Week 2, yes, which is pretty much like the exact same repeat as last week, but in more expensive suits, I understand. So that is fantastic. Fossil of the Day. This is the daily award ceremony where we here at CAN, the Climate Action Network, hand out an award to the party that's doing the most by doing the least for climate action. And Climate Action Network are a terrific group. They've got over 950 members from 110 countries, and they are our eyes and ears on the ground to see what good and what bad is happening throughout the negotiations. So please give it up for CAN. Doing excellent work. It's been a privilege to sit in their meetings and hear the inner workings of what's been going on. And as always, I'm joined up on stage to help present the awards by the lovely Garrett. Garrett, fantastic. And Garrett, I can't help but notice you didn't bother to shave tonight under your arms.
No shaving today.
Who are you wearing tonight?
This is the ever honourable Abercrombie & Fitch.
Abercrombie & Fitch budget tonight, everyone. We are on a budget tonight. Please give it up for Garrett. Who was here on Saturday night? Who was here on Saturday night? You were? Yes, you were. Barry was. Yes, we heard from Barry, who's been... Here's Barry. Barry's been here, well, at COPS for 23 years. He was here at Rio, and he's still here talking. Give it up for Barry. If you weren't here on Saturday night, here is a little sample of what you missed. I forgot to put that joke in the end. Thanks, Dan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road. We've got a few things to get to. It's in second place for Fossil of the Day. Are you guys ready? Wow, second place, the winner. Oh, sorry, we're going to do the song. Thank you, thanks for reminding me. I always forget the song. All right, so as per tradition here, we have to sing the Fossil of the Day anthem. The words will appear on the screen, so let's kick off. Let's go. For Fossil of the Day. Coming in second, Garrett. Who's the winner for second place? It is USA! 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 Yes, the USA! And like everything in the USA, it is all about the Benjamins, specifically compensation for loss and damage to countries most affected by climate change. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the term compensation has been in and out of this agreement for about 10 years. It's been in and out more times than the hokey pokey. And we've got some people who've been privy to these negotiations who've actually seen that text come in and out, and we've got our hokey pokey players here. So this is what it's like. Here we go. Put the compensation in, put the compensation out, put the compensation in, and shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and turn around. That's what it's all about. Put the compensation in, put the compensation out, put the compensation in, and shake it all like you're all about. Do the hokey pokey and you turn around. Well, that's what it's all about. Do the hokey pokey. Do the hokey pokey. That's what it's all about. Thank you, negotiators. Fantastic. Excellent. Let's give it up for our developing countries. Yes. Now the US, now here's the thing, in COP18 in Doha, developing countries put it in, the US took it out. In Warsaw, the developing countries put it in, and the US took it out. In COP20 in Lima, the developing countries in, they took compensation out. So, when it came to COP21, the developing countries were like, oh man, you know what, if we just put it in, the US is just going to take it out, shake it out faster than Taylor Swift. So we might as well just like leave it out and figure it out later. And the USA, they didn't realise this, and they all turned up for a fight, all oiled up. They're like, hey, preemptive strike! They're really good at that. So not only were they happy to see it not out, but they actually wanted to put in additional text along the lines that it was completely ruled out, because that's how the text has to be to get past the US Congress. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the US Congress is about as functional as a taxi driver on opposite day. Completely dysfunctional. Outrageously, right now, the United States is insisting that vulnerable countries take compensation off the table for all time and never bring it up again. And of course, this flies in the face of the whole concept of negotiating. It's understandable that the US delegation is trying hard to make sure this is Congress-proof. After all, compensation is kind of a bit like Obamacare, but for the entire world, and we all know how that went through Congress. It's ironic because before coming here, I went skiing and I sprained my ankle, and like 5 compensation lawyers gave me their business cards before the ambulance arrived. So, you know, the United States, it's a complex beast. It's a complex beast. So, ladies and gentlemen, presenting on behalf of the USA is Leahy Yana. Where's Leahy? Leahy? Leahy. Come on, Leahy. We're just putting on a show just for you. Here we go, Leahy. Round of applause for Leahy, or big boo for Leahy. Yeah, come take a stand on your podium there. Tell me, Leahy, how does it feel?
Feels wonderful. USA!
Why does the USA want to see compensation off the table for all time?
Because we love keeping everything to ourselves all the time.
Fantastic. This is a matter of life and death, and the USA are really good at both. One for themselves, the other for everybody else. All right. Now, today, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for first place? Yes, I am. All right. First place goes to Saudi Arabia! Yes! The champs are back! They are back! You know, today at a high-level ministerial meeting on ambition, the Saudis saw fit to raise this point. They said, we shouldn't discriminate against different types of energy. That's what they said on the floor. Of course, you know, I know, every child that finishes elementary school knows that the burning of fossil fuel is the reason why the Earth is suffering early onset menopause. But why don't the Saudis know this? Maybe it's because they keep skipping out of the IPCC briefings. And just who did the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia send to this high-level meeting to make the point that we shouldn't discriminate against different types of energy? They sent their Minister for Petroleum and Mineral Resources! Yes! Isn't that great? I love it. Like, sending a Minister for Petroleum to a climate change conference is about as absurd as sending a Minister for Petroleum to a climate change conference. It's just crazy. You know, maybe the Saudis will at least, maybe they will support a move to 1.5 degrees. You know, like the rest of the world has. No! The Saudis approved on the floor on the meeting of ambition that it lacks any ambition entirely, and said the move to 1.5 degrees would require enormous tracts of land for carbon sequestration. Land they don't want to give up that could otherwise be used for farming. We should point out right now that the Saudis know a lot about land grabbing. After all, Saudi Arabia is spending about $800 million on buying other people's land so they don't run out of food. Yeah, this is great coming from Saudi Arabia. They've got so much land, but their land is pretty much only good for dune buggy rides and making the world's largest hourglass. This one, incidentally, is built to count down how much time is left on Earth. So that's pretty good news from Saudi Arabia. Big thanks to them making those big statements there. Now, to accept the award on behalf of Saudi Arabia is the one and only Safa Al-Jaoussi! Give her a big boo, ladies and gentlemen. Safa, this is extraordinary time for Saudi Arabia, clearly stealing the top of the leaderboard 2 days ago when it picked up 3rd, 2nd and 1st. On Saturday, it also picked up a 1st. Now you're picking up another 1st. You must be incredibly proud.
I am, and I'm getting bored of getting always the first fossil of the day. So they should do much more better to get maybe 3.
And with 3 fossil of the days, do you think everybody in the Saudi royal family will be happy?
I don't think they know that they are winning the fossil of the day. Maybe this fossil of the day will remind them that the negotiators are doing a very bad job in there.
Right. Well, Sappho, you just better take your spot there on the first podium. Give her a big boo, everyone! That is it for fossil of the day. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not it for fossil of the day. Do you know what? Only 2 or 3 times during a COP we hand out this award. We've already handed out 2, and we're going to hand out a very special award today, a Ray of the Day. And the Ray of the Day, my friends, goes to the Philippines. Yes, my friends, at the same meeting where the Saudis were doing their best impression of a vegetarian at a barbecue, the Philippines spoke shortly after. They brought to the floor of the meeting a commitment that they made to the press earlier this week, a commitment that they support 100% renewable energy by 2050 and full decarbonisation of the world by 2060 to 2080. The Philippines smackdown, boom, take that Saudi Arabia. That's how you perform a high-level ministry meeting on ambition. Yeah, take it. Philippines, they are certainly not like those whiny prince billionaires who have just had his A380 taken away from him. All right, ladies, well done. Francis, Miguel, congratulations. How does it feel to represent the Philippines here?
It's so... I mean, come on. No, I'm really proud of my country because we have this award. Awkward. Thanks.
Do you think the Philippines... Come stand a bit forward. Come stand forward. Maybe you could hold the award up high. Hold it up nice and high for everyone to see. Do you think this is just the Philippines saying, "Come on, everyone, let's just be adults about this. Let's get our shit together. We really need to act fast."
Well, indeed, we really need to act this today because we have no time. And Saudi Arabia is getting all the time in the world.
How do you think this rates on the scale of Philippine achievement in the last 10 years? Like compared to like Manny Pacquiao, are you the Manny Pacquiao of COP? That's what I'm asking.
No, certainly not. I'm just an observer and I'm just taking this award.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Philippines! Excellent. Please join us again tomorrow for more fossil of the day. Give a big boo for Saudi Arabia and the USA. One more cheer for the Philippines. Stand right here, Miguel. Hold it up nice and high. Hold it up nice and high. Very good. And any media that want to come